Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 VC review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at International Karate, which is actually the first Commodore 64 game on the VC. Came out literally it's just over 12 hours ago now. Downloaded this and Uridium, both are getting reviewed within the next 5 minutes. I'm doing this one now obviously, so if you're interested then both of them are there for you to have a look at. I actually feel a bit like Al Pacino from Godfather 3, at least I believe it was that film and I believe it was that actor. I really hope I'm not wrong with this, because he's famous for saying, or at least someone is if I'm wrong, for saying, just when I thought it was out they pulled me back in. I've just done Street Gang, saying how it was my last VC game that I actually had, and what happens? They release 3 games that I buy. So anyway, International Karate, one of the biggest hits on the Commodore 64. I personally love the game. It's the first time I've actually played it on this, because I only ever played IK Plus, which, much better game to be fair. If it ever comes out, buy it over this one straight away. I know to say that immediately, unless there's some horrible flaw in it. But anyway, new console on the VC means new things. First of all, the save feature's here, so if you go to the Wii menu and return, it will save, keep your data there. Obviously, it's important to say that quite simply because the N64 and the Neo Geo, although I don't think it's all Neo Geo titles, but even so, they don't actually save what you want to, so that's pretty irritating, and it's one of the things that many people want to know. And then the operations guide and the likes is just basically the same as always, and it tells you what you can use. You can use the VC controller on this, you can use the GameCube controller, but more importantly, you can use the keyboard. You can't actually play it on the keyboard, but this is one of the most amazing and important things about the game. Basically, you use the Wiimote. It's the first VC interactive games with the Wiimote and the likes, which you can only imagine that Duck Hunt must be on the way soon, and it's also the type of thing that makes you think, why the hell wasn't Operation Wolf done like this? Why couldn't you use Operation Wolf with a zapper? If they were releasing this 3 weeks later, it's really irritating. There's this and the Mario Kart thing, and if you don't know what I mean, then watch my Cruising USA review, you'll know what I mean soon enough with the Mario Kart thing. But anyway, it's a keyboard. Only a few of the buttons actually do anything on this game. F1 is the start of one-player game, and it's also F2 there as well. F3 and 4 start a two-player game. F5 is the sound effects. F7 is the music, you can switch it on or off and the likes. So that's pretty much that then. Everything else, even though some buttons light up, they don't actually do a damn thing. There's no pause button on this game, which I'm saying that because as soon as you push F1, if I just wait a few seconds, you'll notice right at the top there, the time is still moving, and you can't see them, but the computer character is actually going for my character. He has walked towards me. So you have to basically push 1, then very quickly switch it off, and then actually get into your gaming stance. And basically the whole point of the game works, being a karate game. You've got in the top left corner your points and your opponent's points. The top ones are full points and the bottom one is a half point. Basically you've got to get 2 full points per round. There's loads of different things for you to do with this. If you actually use just the D-pad, and to be fair I'm actually going to start a 2-player game because it's going to be, this is the type of thing that needs to actually be shown in great detail unfortunately. On the D-pad, also to be fair on 2-player, you'll notice that it becomes kind of like a micro machine system where at the end of the timer whoever's got the most orbs wins, and basically you get an orb by not pushing that's the wrong button, but by hitting the opponent. So anyway, the D-pad has 8 directions on it obviously, and each one of them does something on this game. Each one of them's a move or a little jump or something like that. Then holding down the 2 button and also doing it does different moves. And most importantly, one of the moves is actually the patented famous Chuck Norris roundhouse kick. And I mean, straight away I know people who have switched off this review and bought it just because of the Chuck Norris roundhouse kick. Because I mean, come on, Chuck Norris is that much of a legend that the boogeyman's mom actually has to check under his bed to make sure that Chuck Norris isn't there. I mean, come on, how much of a legend is that? So the game's got the Chuck Norris roundhouse kick, it's got fly kicks and stuff like that. It's a really fun beat 'em up. It's one of them things where timing is absolutely everything. You've got to catch your opponent perfect, otherwise it'll look like you're hitting them, but you're not actually doing a damn thing to them. You can even do low blows, which is pretty funny. You've even got someone in the background who is very reminiscent of a, well, I don't really know what the Commodore 64 is, I don't know if it was an 8-bit or a 16-bit or something, but basically he's a Mr. Miyagi type person back there, so that's pretty cool. He is obviously a sensei who just does things. Every so often on the rounds you'll actually have to do mini games, and basically when Get Ready appears you have to immediately hold 2 and then push down, and however quickly you do it, and well yeah, just however quickly you do it is however many boards you break, and obviously you get more points for the more boards. There's 2 different types of mini game. There's that one there, which is the board breaking one, and there's also a dodge the flying object type thing. so it breaks up the gameplay a little bit. It's something that's quite fun. It's something that not only can you fight with and all that with your mates, you can actually say, well, I've done better on the thing, but of course if you've just had your butt handed to you, then you can immediately just say, well, so what, I beat you in the fight. If you stand still like this just for a few seconds, the characters do a few different things, a few different stupid animations, but to be fair, I say a few, it's just one different one, but obviously one's red and one's white. So that's about that then. Just going to shut up for a few seconds and let you listen to the awesome music on this game. It may be all blips and bleeps, but I still think it sounds fantastic. So there we go then, that was a bit of the music. Nothing much really else left to see on this. Obviously you actually go through the proper belts like you would on like in real karate and the likes, and basically it's pretty much, I believe, 3 rounds per belt, and you also get the bonus round. So basically there's quite a lot of gameplay there because you do have to go through all the belts, and I know I'm going to get the order wrong and most likely the colour, but you've got the normal white which you start with, even though as you can see we are quite clearly wearing black belts. It was like that on National Karate Plus as well. But anyway, you then go yellow, I believe it's green, then there's a blue, there's an orange I think, a brown, a red, a purple and a black, but I have no idea if that's how many belts there actually are. As I say, I always get them wrong because I've never actually studied karate. Quite frankly, I've got the figure to study sumo over karate. So there we go then. That's been the review. I hope you found it helpful. I don't score the games because that's based purely on opinion, so instead I'll leave you to make your own mind up. So thanks for watching, and if you've got any questions about the game that I didn't answer in the vid or that hasn't been answered in the comments, then feel free to ask and I'll help if I can. Also, if you did find it helpful, don't forget to check out my channel because there's plenty more like this up there, and don't forget to subscribe because there'll be plenty more to come as well. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.